motherfucking casinos and the big corporations, the people in Vegas are broke as fuck. I mean, people talk shit about Oakland. Because I had a dude talking shit about Oakland. Like, all the time they want to... No. Y'all motherfuckers cannot afford to live out here. Get the fuck out of here.
Right.
Like, real. Y'all live out there because you can afford it.
It's cheap as fuck out there.
You cannot afford to live out here. Motherfucking, our 1-bedroom apartment costs more than your 5-bedroom house.
Yeah.
So it's not about a money thing. I mean, and a lot of people moved out there a long time ago before all this, and they were Raider fans. And there's a lot of people out there who were Raider fans because the fucking Raiders are great. So, I mean, you know, you want to wear silver. I mean, we were garbage on the field, but we're a great organization. You know, we represent silver and black. Our whole mentality of being a Raider is great. So they were like, I want to live that kind of lifestyle. I want to be that kind of fan. And that's cool. So you got to show them love. There's people who had no team before because they are from out there. Now they got a team. They're going to be happy about that. I can't be mad at you.
I think Vegas also, it's a melting pot. Yeah. So many people go out there to work. And when we were out there, last year, we were talking about the Raiders. We were watching the game. We had to ask them to put the game on.
Yeah, there was no fan base.
There was not. We went to the bars, not the ones off the street, just on the strip.
Yeah.
And
we had to go to like 3 bars to watch it, and then we ended up watching. Like, they put one little TV on for just the 2 of us.
So we were asking people, how do you feel about this? And a lot of them were like,
you seen the new Nevada license plates?
Oh yeah.
That shit pisses me off, bro.
I try not to hate on it because
we lived out here they were out here so fucking long. Like, they got Raider shields on their license plate.
Yeah. It looks dope.
I mean, it looks clean as fuck. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I don't want to hate on it, but I'm just saying, like, we couldn't get that shit.
Nothing.
Feel me? That shit really tight.
We're treated like second-class citizens, and we talked about this on one of our episodes when we went there to the sales office.
She had to restrain me for a minute.
Oh, right. So we being season ticket holders, we had already purchased, but they do this whole, like, what do you say, wine and dine you type of thing. So we went there anyway, even though we had already purchased, and they showed us, like, the virtual suites and the trophies and all this stuff. Mm-hmm. And then the guy,
which is nice.
Which is nice, yeah. But then the guy, we had some questions like, hey, am I still going to be able to wear my face paint? And, like, are our friends still going to be able to come in their masks and all this stuff? And he's like, well, we're still kind of looking into that. He goes, but the culture's different out here than the riffraff in Oakland.
What?
And I was like, you just said, he literally used the word riffraff. And I was like, actually you don't know who you're talking to, so you should just watch your mouth anyway.
Right.
Regardless, but we're from Oakland.
Yeah.
And he was just like, well, I don't even know. I'm like a Jets fan. I'm from New York or something. And I just moved here and I got this job. And I was like, someone needs to talk to their representation on how to speak to the fan base, because that is not cool at all.
Wait a minute. So you're telling me that they're still debating if they're going to allow motherfuckers to wear masks?
Well, that was at the time.
Oh, okay.
We went.
I was about to say.
Yeah, we went twice last year, so it was either June or October of last year when we had this question.
But a lot of stadiums don't do that.
So I don't know now.
Yeah.
But I do notice that I feel like the Raiders are really trying to change the culture of what we see them doing there is very different. I feel like Oakland and LA had a lot of the same culture. Like, I think it would have been a nice gesture to even call that place the Coliseum of some sorts.
Yeah.
Just because it was the LA Coliseum, the Oakland Coliseum, maybe take a couple pieces from each stadium, incorporate it there. But I don't even see them wanting to do that. They're putting, like, you saw the other day, like Elvis Presley in a jersey. And dressing like, that's the artwork in the new arena, and Marilyn Monroe as a Raiderette, which I don't even really know what she has to do with Vegas, but it's like, okay, the culture they're trying to change, it seems.
Yeah.
They're not trying to really keep the history of it.
So by the time our kids grow up and shit, and they all want to be Raider fans and go out there, it's going to be totally different from what the fuck we grew up with.
Totally.
Yeah.
That's another reason why, I wanted to make these videos, and why I think we all wanted to make these videos, is to kind of preserve that. Because if you never went, you'll never have an opportunity to go. Or
I feel that's right. I feel so bad. Like watching. I watched episode 3 again the other day. The tailgate. I don't want to say that's the tailgate episode, but whatever the tailgate episode is, I think it's 3. But people will never get to live that. You know, for me, thank God I lived that.
Right.
Like, I mean, waking up at 4:30 in the morning and cracking a brew and hopping in the shower and just getting on the road and just, wherever you had to go to get ice. It used to be Pack and Save in Emeryville. Then it used to be 7-Eleven. Wherever you had to go to get the ice, what was open, and getting out there and being on 66 before the sun is up and just running down and yelling, Chris, wake the fuck up, let's go. And there's people literally from Arizona, from who had drove down, started in the night and got there at 5 in the morning.
Right.
And parked right on the street right along there. You'll never get to live. You know how incredible that is?
Especially the night games. Them night game tailgates.
Yeah, those were
that shit. Them tailgates feel like they last forever.
Because we're still getting out there at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Do you guys remember the night game that was 3 or 4 years ago? It was the latest game in NFL history.
Was it against Kansas City
or San Diego?
I think it was one of our division games. It was a division game. Oh, it was the Chiefs. It was the Chargers. Because I remember I got a big ass fuck the Chargers mug that day.
Yeah. That game was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Bro, leaving the games too after all. You be out there.
I'm already know. So that's kind of where my next question was going to go to about the tailgates. What's some of the wildest shit y'all seen at the tailgate? I know there's a lot. You feel me? There's a lot of stories, so let's try to find one.
Oh gosh.
Whether it be like,
where do we start?
Yeah, exactly. Fights, people throwing up on themselves, whatever.
Honestly, the fights, in God, how many years? 20 years of being an actual, or 18 years of being an actual, not just going to game, but being an actual every game, every season. I might have saw one fight. Like, fights weren't.
Well, but you're not talking about fighting. You're just talking about.
Just
like for me, like the thing that comes to mind was like Metallica.
The craziest.
Right.
Shit.
Well, I mean, just like anything, like you said, a band pull up, or people, or just people get blacked out drunk or whatever. Just a wild story.
Metallica. Laz Rocket is a rock band. This dude, he showed up at our tailgate one time and fucking like. I'm not a rocker dude, so I didn't really know who he was. But people were like going goo goo gaga, like I don't know. It was crazy, insane, but throwing up to me that there was one year. This is one of my proudest things ever. There was one year we had someone either throw up or pass out every single tailgate, and I'm proud of that because my wife pours. And we don't play around. We pour real. Our shit is about alcohol.
Right.
Some people's shit is about food. Our shit's about alcohol. And that was one of my proudest.
So at least one person to tailgate. You ever made that list?
No, hell no. That's another reason I'm proud. Thank you. That's another reason I'm proud. I ain't never missed a game because I ain't never fell asleep in a game. I ain't never thrown up in a game. I ain't never passed out. I wish I could say the same.
I wish I could say the same.
Stuff. I peed all over the parking lot by cars and stuff, because the line at the porta potty's too long. But I ain't never thrown up or passed out or nothing like that at any game at any time.
I think besides Metallica, that was like a great experience. We were so excited, just rolled up, and they just started playing. I think that was great. I think on the other end of that. There was another bus that came in. We were always at the Motorhome World, and they wanted to fight us. Where were they from? And they were wanting to fight our tailgate over music.
Oh,
Do you remember that?
Yeah,
and I think that got kind of rowdy, and everybody's got their little thing ready just in case.
Something about they didn't like the music we were playing.
No.
That's a honest thing.
So it looked like they were just looking for some problems.
I think so.
What are you talking about?
Yeah. So
I don't like that song. Put it on the next one.
I think that's the real time that we really had to make sure we were armed to what we needed to be to protect our tailgate.
Straight up.
But besides that one, everyone's been pretty cool.
That's fun.
Yeah.
I do love every season come back. You said, you act like, or you haven't seen this person forever. You haven't seen that. But at our tailgate, before our meal, we hadn't seen everyone for all season. We would start it with a prayer, and which really meant a lot to me. Making sure we pray for those who have passed who we knew from our tailgate. and just said a few words that for a safe season for the players.
Yeah.
So those few things there really stand out. What I'm going to miss.
Yeah.
Well, besides having.
No, that's nice though. You know,
Well,
just
yeah,
to have,
and to touch on, you know, what she was saying with these people that, you know, maybe want to start a fight or whatever. What I appreciate, I mean, I didn't have anything to do with it, but what I appreciated was that our entire tailgate, myself included, was like banned around this incident, right? Like, we're ready.
Yeah.
You know, we want to start something. Like, there was no kind of, and it, you know, nothing happened, but it was like, I appreciated the fact that you can tell that we were one unit, and we were, you know, everyone was able to stand up for that matter.
Oh, it was over music. There was a couple listening to our games. We had TV out there. We had music on. They didn't like what we were playing. They were looking like, yeah, it was over music.
You was probably playing some Oakland stuff. They wasn't ready for that.
right.
Yeah.
Maybe it was just their ears wasn't real enough to listen to the music y'all was listening to.
Right.
For sure.
Yeah, but you're right. There was no conversation about what was going to happen. We just knew everybody was on the lookout.
Right.
So
Sure.
yeah.
And I remember and you know what's another, like when famous people come through, like Draymond came through one time. Draymond came through. He went in the Four Brothers tailgate. He getting some fried chicken from Z and them, and then like I said, our tailgate about alcohol. Four Brothers, their tailgate is about like fried shit, like food, whatever. And he was like, we already, hey, y'all got something? Yeah, we pouring Draymond shots and shit.
That's
like,
tight.
Man,
that's tight.
Hell yeah, bro.
He just randomly walked up.
But yeah, Warriors had a practice, and they got it. He just came through the parking lot and was like, "Oh, it's cracking right here."
Right.
And then he saw the people frying chicken, but you know they got some alcohol, but they ain't like we really bout alcohol. Like we got our whole, we got the drink of the day, we got like all kind of, and so. Oh yeah, we got you. We got any kind of alcohol. You want tequila? You want whiskey? You want rum? You want Hennessy? Whatever you want. You want beer? Whatever you want, we got you. Maybe not Jaeger, but
But we got some crazy.
We got it.
Tailgate
Oh,
stories.
Mr. Fab came through one time at Four Brothers because they got a DJ out there too. He rapped out there and shit. Yeah,
I think one of my craziest times. Well. Besides all like the fighting and throwing up and shit, because like that shit happened a couple times, but I think one of my funniest times was when you remember when they had the tailgate cook-off, where I think it was a couple seasons ago. We were my cousins were doing the defense fucking barbecue one. Yeah. So they had all like some old Raiders coming on to judge the food and like they were.
We were in that. My tailgate was in that too.
Yeah, that's true.
I remember. Yeah, they were in it. We were in it.
Yep.
Nicely seasoned. Quincy's people, Chuck Smith,
yeah,
they were in that too. Yeah, we had like people was in that.
And to me, every Raider game, like you say, all the canopies come up, all the barbecue, it's all lit. But that one, it seemed like it was just so much more energy that day. You feel me? Like,
yeah.
So the best barbecue.
Yeah, for real. And then everybody likes to share. All your neighbors around you, like, oh, come try this, come try this. You feel?
Yeah.
The craziest shit. One time, I used to know this dude named Elwood. I don't know if y'all know. So this motherfucker, I go work at Canteen one day, and I'm working with. He was training me at my job, and I'm like, "But I remember you from somewhere. Like I don't know where, but I remember you." And then the whole day goes by, and then I'm like, "Hey, you be wearing like this little helmet or something when you be up at the game, huh? You be at the Raider games." He was like, "That's where we know each other from." Like, we spent the whole day with each other, not even knowing that we partied at the tailgates together.
Yeah.
Because we're always so fucking wasted, you feel me?
Right. Yeah.
But I was like, that shit was dope. You feel me?
Everyone knows Elwood one way.
Hell yeah, that's my boy I love with.
Hell yeah.
It's like, yeah, you don't know who you know, right? Like, after, like, since we started this show, it's like, I didn't realize I'd met all of these people who are now like fans of the show. Like they're like, oh, we took a picture of the last game, and they're like sending me photos of photos that they've asked to take with us and whatnot. And I was like, oh yeah, I remember that. And I start looking through my phone. I was like, oh yeah, I have one of those pictures too. So it's like
Captain Jack.
Yeah.
But like you said, we drinking. We be drinking. So
I already know because when I like I said, I would party with you a couple times at the game. And my little cousin you always see me with,
we went
to every single game that last year. You feel me? So it was like, fuck, I forgot the point I was trying to make, but it's just the party scene, all that shit out there, dope as fuck.
Yeah.
And that's just the saddest thing, bro. Like at the end of the day, we could talk about all this shit, but
we're just gonna have to find a hotel that's gonna allow us to maybe tailgate the night before.
Really?
Yeah.
Really, I heard when your boy say this too, that he's gonna go to a lot more away games.
Away games.
Yeah.
And that's just true as fuck. Like, because I never really experienced a lot of different coliseums like that.
You gotta go with us, bro.
And we're still gonna be visitors when we go to Vegas too.
Right.
You feel me? So it's like,
us, bro. Like we do 1 or 2 away games every year, bro. We've had so many great away games, and again, like you said, exactly like you said, Vegas is an away game for us, so they're all away games for us now. So, right, I mean, and the thing with Oakland was the atmosphere is so great, but if it's not the same, like, let's hope they get something similar, but there's no way it's going to be the same. Well, then you might as well go check out the away games, because that shit is fun as hell when you're on the road and it's us against the world. And we've turned out Miami, we turned out Chicago, we turned out Philly on Christmas night. Philly people are a bunch of punks.
Yeah.
Real talk. I mean, but like you go to these places, New York is incredible. The Raider fans in New York are so deep. We like take over a whole area.
well, you know, that's why I'm glad we're all connected now, because now we can put shit like this together.
Yeah.
All the Oakland fans can come together.
Atlanta's gonna be
go out there in
though.
numbers.
I'm not sure I'm going though still. But
I know I'm about to backtrack. But I remember what I was going to say earlier.
Yeah.
Because my nephew, he's the one that told me that you guys were doing this.
Okay.
You feel me? He's the one that put
Who's that?
little Drofax, little James,
Okay.
tall, skinny dude. But we went to every single game last season, and then a couple months ago he hit me up and was like, "Hey, that dude Thor hit me up. Woo woo, you know they're doing this thing."
Nice.
And then I instantly started tapping in.
Yeah.
And that is the real reason why we thank you guys. You feel me? Because you guys are keeping everyone educated. I got a few videos I do want to send you guys too, like from the last games and shit.
Yeah.
And then man, just the future of this shit is gonna be beautiful, bro.
I have to say this about the show. We did it a little backwards because this stuff I was just filming with my camera where I didn't know what I was going to do with, but I felt like I really wanted to just have some sort of documentation of it, right? And then we decided to do the show, and then I kind of had to go search through my archives for B-roll, and usually it's done the other way. But then as we were talking on it, the stuff just started falling into place. Yeah. It's like I literally have a shot of everything we spoke of. So it became real organic that way. But with that said also, even though I felt like it became organic and we were saying what we were seeing, there's just no way to convey via any sort of media the feeling of being there.
Right.
Yeah. That's facts.
I said this on. It's like heroin. Like I've never done heroin,
right.
But I've heard.
Right. You heard motherfuckers be chasing that shit.
always chasing. Like I don't know. I honestly don't know. But I've heard, and I know people who know. So, and I'm like, man, that got to be what it's like. Like your first Raider game. That feeling, you're always chasing it, and you're just gonna always.
Like I said, I don't remember a lot of shit from when I was 8 years old. But I do remember going to that very first Raider game. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like I said, sitting up by that fucking green box at the top.
Yeah.
Like that type of shit, they'll never be able, like they can take our team, but they won't be able to take all the memories and shit like that.
They'll never be able to take those memories.
So that's
and there's so much memories out there from everyone. So thank you for going to send your videos and
for sure.
Eventually, I think we want to start having people on talking, do little cameos and their experiences.
Sure.
So our story really is our story of Oakland fans, and we have a story. Everybody have a story. So
get one more.
Here we go.
We're gonna take this short intermission to pour up some shots real quick. I know y'all can't see us on the radio, but you guys will see us on YouTube though for sure.
They can hear this clank clank.
You feel me? Man, let's get it in right here for the old school Raiders.
One more Raiders. I'm gonna just finish it off through the bottom.
It's all good.
Raiders.
Man, that's what I'm talking about. I swear to God.
I hope that continues.
Yeah.
You're in line and everybody walking through and shouting.
They better. Well, they ain't gonna have no choice. They ain't gonna have no choice because we're gonna be out there in numbers anyways. I already.
The last game though, the very last game. We're all you never remember the Raiders. security guards walking around saying, "Can everyone be quiet? If everyone's quiet, we can get you through the gates more, swiftly," or whatever the hell he said. And I was like, "Are you kidding, dude?" I'm like, "You gotta get out of my face." I think I started yelling twice as loud. Like, tripping. Yeah. And I was like, are they already trying to stifle the culture?
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Right?
You're trying to quiet down Raider fans?
Right.
That don't even make sense.
That
don't even make sense.
You're never going to win that one.
No.
But yeah, and the thing I think, we all, like Thor said, we all know each other from the parking lots, but we may not really know each other, right?
Right.
But we've been able to kind of rap with everybody and everything. But I think with the show, what it's really done is it's brought I feel like it's brought this new community together. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now we're actually getting to know all of these now fans, if you will. We all, like I said, have pictures and stuff. So I just think that's been really cool.
Yeah, I think it's bringing us
together. Which brought us together today.
Right. No.
That type of thing. And we've been on Raider Homer show and Captain Jack show and different things like that. So I like that for not only part of the community, but I feel like that will help some of the respect of when we go to Vegas.
Yeah.
The respect that I think we're already lacking, unfortunately, here in Oakland already.
Right. Because we're going to be in numbers once we're there, and we know you. We've met people throughout so everybody's going to gather. We're going to be a family already, as we are here. Everybody's going to, know each other.
Man, I love that shit. Cause watching these episodes that y'all put out there is my little bit of still holding on to it. You feel me? So I appreciate y'all for that. And like you said, now you guys can have people contact you directly. You guys got a lot of information because you guys are actually on the front line with it. You feel me? You guys go out there and been asking questions and stuff like that. So that's cool to fill all of us in because I didn't even know they might not let people paint their faces and shit. That's crazy.
They have to change that.
Yeah, they got to.
If they say that I can't wear my makeup, I'm gonna be like, every bitch in here better get
take off all that shit.
Face wash out and take off their makeup, okay?
Right.
Straight up.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Right?
So man.
No,
I'll bring the wipes.
Keep that shit at the front gate so I can that shit
off. Yeah, it's gonna be different.
Hell
we
yeah,
gotta keep it alive though. We got it. It's up to it's a responsibility too to be there and to take responsibility to keep some of that culture alive. I think
got to. That's the main shit that everybody knows us for though. You feel me? The costumes, the face painting,
the yelling. I have friends of mine that are San Diego Charger fans. And I'll be hanging out with them, and then randomly they'll be like, "Raiders!" Where did that come from? We're in Cabo.
It's embedded.
Yeah.
I've literally, since I've started this, I've had a couple people hit me Niner fans. A couple of them hit me since we started this. They're on it, and a couple of them hit me "Cuz, damn. I kind of wish I was a Raider fan now." And I'm like, it's okay. You
come on up. It's all good.
And I'm like, man, I just didn't know. Why? We ain't never changed.
It was like a big ass family. It's the only way I can really say it. There was people I met that day at a Raider game and just "Oh, what's up? You cool as fuck? For sure, we smoking blunts, drinking alcohol, type of shit. You feel me?"
That's funny. I have friends that are from out of the country that will come to a game, or they've never been to a game before because they're not even maybe not even football fans. But I was like, no, you have to experience this, right? And that's what they always say. They're like, the whole place just smells like weed and barbecue. I'm like,
welcome to California, baby.
That's right.
The Bay Area, really.
That's what it's supposed to smell like, right?
Yeah.
You gotta smoke the weed to get hungry, and then eat the tailgate. You feel me?
People have toys. Walking through here, that's always smells. I'm like, that's all right.
Hell yeah. So, is there anything you guys got coming up that you guys would like to touch bases with? Just to let everybody know, any new episodes you guys got coming out.
Yeah, we have one that's out today.
Okay.
And we discussed the Oakland Raiders weekend experience, the home game weekend experience. So not only the game, but all the parties before Friday, Saturday night, and how we prepare for that. And that's our first episode for season 2. And then, so we release episodes every 2 weeks. And we have the format right now while we're out of season to stick to kind of the football schedule. So it's 10 a.m. our time and then 1 p.m. East Coast time, obviously, so people can kind of still feel like, you know, they're getting their football fix. And then we'll have some special segments sprinkled out through the couple of weeks, because 2 weeks is kind of a long time, but, you know, it's a little hard to film in this environment that we're in, so we're kind of doing the best we can and getting episodes out.
Nice.
Yeah. We plan to go to Vegas maybe September game or not, and meet up with some people out there and get them on board.
Shit, that sounds good to me. I'm a Virgo,
anyway,
baby.
Yeah,
we're going.
We're going to Vegas for the home opener, whether we're allowed in or not, because we think we want to kind of experience that. But then we also just want to document it. Really, I mean, it's gonna be history one way or another.
Well, we will for sure be out there for the home opener also.
Cool.
Yeah, we're gonna bring the circus out there for sure.
Did you book your flight? Because you know there might be some room on this semi-private jet.
Oh yeah, shit. I don't know, because you know we like to travel with a party pack, so we might have to drive. You feel me?
Yeah. No, they don't check you.
It's fine.
Oh, for real?
No.
Yeah, you know, I've never been to that,
but they don't check you at all.
Nah,
they don't check you.
Oh, bro, we on that.
Yeah.
We on that
They
for
don't
sure.
check you. And as soon as you sit down, they're like,
sure.
here's your drink. You don't have to wait for all this nonsense.
You know they don't even serve alcohol on the regular plane no more?
What?
Yeah, on the regular plane. When I just went to San Diego 2 weeks ago, they're like, oh, all the planes, the menus have switched up, and I'll answer your question right now. No, we don't have no alcohol.
Oh,
like, what the fuck?
So let me tell you.
Okay, I'm gonna send you the info.
So let me tell you
sure.
what Quincy Newsom, or another person on our team who had to work today, Quincy Newsom taught me years ago on one of our away flights. We were there, and we were like trying to get drinks, and it was struggling. And my wife, she was sitting a little different from me, and it was a bunch of my family. My family who brought me to my first game. My cousin Eddie, she's like 78 now, and her kids, and we were going to Chicago. And so my wife was more toward the back of the plane with Q, but we got some drinks. She wanted to drink, but the people were way up there. And Quincy was like, "Oh, you need a shot?" And he was like, "Hold on." He pulled out his bag. He was like a row behind her, and he had a sock, and he flipped it over. And it was full of shots. Because you could bring whatever to us. So he was like, all you got to do is buy 1 ounce shots that you can bring them on the flight. So ever since then, every flight we go on to Raider games, we bring hella shots in our carry-on. And once we get on, we bring our own. We don't need that shit. Fine, don't serve alcohol. We'll be all right. We might have a side business on the flight.
Straight up. All right, so I was actually gonna wrap it up. So let me ask y'all this, since y'all do be traveling a lot with it. So what's one of the best coliseums y'all experienced?
Coliseum,
or like just the game, just the venues itself, like the actual just being there.
Yeah.
I enjoyed Nashville.
Nashville.
I said I didn't go, but I heard that was dope. But for me, the best experience is definitely New Orleans. Definitely.
No, there's a deal. Are we talking because of the town, or
no?
Because
Yeah,
of
just like the whole experience, like going through the tailgate. I don't know if y'all tailgated out there, like the tailgate to the game.
You know,
just the feeling.
Admit, I
like,
can only base it off the town. Because there's no better experience than the Oakland Raiders
straight up
tailgate. So it's like everything else is. You know,
it don't equal up.
So it's really based on, I think, the experience of the city more than the
that's what it is. The experience.
Okay.
But a lot of places don't even have tailgates. That's why I think they're trying to get rid of it in Vegas too. Because a lot of New Orleans don't have a tailgate. Like you tailgate like 2 miles down at whatever bar. You know, Chicago had a tailgate and we had a great time, but. Then you had to either get in this fucking 400-person line to get on a bus to take you to the stadium, or you had to walk 1.5 miles. And that was like, shit, by the time I got there, my back hurt so bad. And you remember Sal? You know Sal. He used to come to the games.
Yeah, for
sure. At that game, I remember me and my homeboy, I had to go piss. It was toward the end of the game, maybe third quarter. Right after halftime. I was coming out the bathroom. Sal was handcuffed. They was dragging him out for some bullshit. And we saw him and his old lady in the parking lot after. When we finally got back, Lord, it was crazy. Yeah.
I would say Mexico City was a pretty unique experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, just, I mean, overall for experience, it was very different. Like, 5-year-old
I know.
we're like our bartenders and selling us drinks. And then maybe he was 7. I don't know. He could have been 7, but yeah, he's like took the little kid, thanks for the beer. And then when you get in, it was very segregated. So like we had uppers. So once we went up to the uppers, they're like, "Are you sure you took all your pictures down here? Because once you get up, you can't come back. Like you're stuck there."
Damn.
They're like, "There's concessions, there's bathroom, but you need to go up and stay there." And so like we did that, and then like their food was. Their concession for their food, they're walking around. I think I had cup of noodles,
hot sauce,
Doritos,
What
and
the
a Bud Light. And it was all like $6 for all 3 of those things. And then the part we were in was fenced in with barbed wire.
Like y'all was in jail.
Yeah. They were like, you are not leaving this area.
Yeah, you would buy the higher price tickets because you're a row behind us and we're behind this chain link fence.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we were looking for someone to sell us a little something. So they put it underneath the fence for us.
Yeah.
Because we couldn't go to them to buy it.
What the?
Yeah. So that was
That's
like a
crazy.
really unique experience for sure.
And
That's
then the
wild.
city itself. So traveling, we like to go where there's something to do as well. So we went sightseeing. So I think Tennessee we met a lot of people.
Miami.
A lot of people went to Tennessee. Oh yeah,
That was
Miami.
That just sounds lit. That just sounds
everywhere.
lit.
Oh,
know.
Miami, but we went. I mean, obviously there's South Beach, right? And there's to me, Little Havana is way better. But and the art thing, that shit is dope. But we went snorkeling. That shit was raw as fuck. But it's like an hour and a half out, and then you're out there, and there's like all these Confederate flags and Trumpsters and shit like that. So it's a little scary. Like, are we gonna get killed out here? You know. Ugh.
We went to Philly. That was.
Philly was awful.
Fuck Philly.
I
How
hated
about-
everything about Philly.
I heard you the first time. Like them motherfuckers is assholes.
They are, and it's like they're not even educated about football
No.
at all. They just want to be annoying. It seemed.
their
We
little
were actually
song.
yelling. We were just like randomly yelling out, Raiders beast mode, and like we were doing it when their team was on offense. Because they started making fun of
thought
us.
they were teasing
Everybody
us.
teased them, beast mode, and their team's on offense. That's how like uneducated
like,
they are on
"Raiders,
football.
like, we
We can't hear you, and so like the whole section starts getting super loud. And then at the time they're supposed to be quiet because they think they're mocking us, and we're just like,
So they don't even know the
they
whole.
don't even know. They don't even know.
But we ended on the field that day. That was so much fun.
Yeah, by accident.
Oopsie.
You said y'all were on the field.
Yeah, after the game.
That's
So
dope.
you tell a story. You
Okay.
sound so much better.
So we're the only Raider fans in our section, or only one in any kind of Raider gear. And so I can't remember who the player was at the time, but he's like, and
So
we're like,
oh,
well, us, we're the only Raiders fans. Like, he must be talking to us. And so we like go down, and they have the steps that go onto the field, and we go, and the security guards there, they already didn't like us because we're Raider fans, right? And they're like, no. And I was like, no, he's like asking us to go.
And he's like, yeah.
And then so the security looks over, and the guy's still doing this. And they're like, okay. So we like run out there, and we run right by him.
I'm like, run.
And so we're taking pictures, and the player, I can't remember who it was,
I know.
he walked over security, and he goes, so, are you guys gonna let my mom down or what? and he's like, aren't they with you? He goes, I don't know them.
I'm like, okay, here they come. I gotta go run, we're running.
So
They're
like
coming.
10 of them come, and we're like, yeah, we know. We
know,
just like
right
walked
here.
off.
Hey, fuck it though. You gotta get it how you
Yeah,
get it. You
right.
feel me?
We
Fuck that.
recorded it all. We just like did it around all the players all around us, and then it was just hysterical.
It was super
so much
dope.
fun.
Yeah, our friends that we had met there, we just met like that trip that we're still friends with now. Like we've been to their house, they've come visited us for games. But they're like at our meeting point to go back, and we're like, we're not gonna make it. Like, go ahead without us. We're on the field.
Hell yeah.
So that was
That's
dope.
funny.
What about any rival games?
Ooh, I mean, I've been to a bunch of Charger games.
San Diego.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
A bunch of Charger games.
That's a home game. There's not even any Charger fans at that home game.
There's more Raider fans out there, motherfucker, than anything.
Yeah, they're whack, so it don't count.
Yeah,
I wish
I was
Quincy
in
was here
Arrow
because he
Nasty.
was at the Denver game. I want to say 7-8 years ago, because that's when I lived in Jack London, and Jano broke the record for the field goal and won that game.
Yeah, that was like like 60 yarder or something like that.
Yeah, 62 or 63.
Yeah.
63.
That's that Mile High though. That's that Mile High stadium. That motherfucker. Nah, but that's just you already know that motherfucker got that.
He was at that game, and we went, and he was like, "Dude, that shit was so fucking great." When I was walking out, he told me when he got back, he was like, "Man, there was people there. They looked like their hearts were like ripped from their chest."
Yeah, because they hate us. They fucking hate it. Like,
they hate us,
Denver,
and we hate them.
No, for sure. No, it's both ways. But I never knew. I met some Denver fans, like some old motherfuckers, and these motherfuckers were like hella gung ho about that shit. I'm like, it got to a point where I'm like, you know what? Fuck the football teams, but like, you gotta respect me as a human at the end of the day. We need to draw a line somewhere.
Right,
you know what I mean? Like we can sit here and talk shit all day.
But as long as it don't get personal, it's cool. Yeah. We talking football team shit, cool.
Yeah. It can end with that, like it's just football. You feel me?
Right.
Yeah.
But some people take that shit way too serious. You
Way
feel
too
me?
seriously.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to wrap it up a little bit. Is there, if anybody wants to get a hold of you guys, do you guys have like individual contacts or they just go to your YouTube page or?
Yeah, so we're on most platforms. Our main platform is YouTube, and that's just For Life, Our Raider Story. Same on Instagram. It's For Life, Our Raider Story. Fortunately, we had to underscore between each one. And then, what's our Twitter? @For Life, I think. What is it? Anyone know?
I have no idea. I don't have Twitter.
I know. Like, wait. I should.
I think it is, but
yeah, those are the platforms we use. I know Thor uses his personal one a lot for this.
For Facebook, yeah, I use my personal one, just Thor Helm. I'm just my name.
So whatever. Under our video on our channel, just text us all the shit, and then we'll put it under the video. So if anyone needs to get a hold of you guys,
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
So once again, we appreciate y'all for signing through. It's been a good conversation, and it's much more to come too. We can come out and get on your guys' show for a minute, and then we for sure gotta travel.
For sure.
We for sure gotta travel and go.
And then Vegas. Home opener, we're there regardless.
Yeah.
So.
We gotta let these motherfuckers know how Oakland coming with it.
Sure.
If y'all can do it, if there's a season and fans can go week 3, the Patriots, I will be in fucking New England. Okay. And there's a Raider club in New England also. Don't get it twisted.
Right.
Because like I said, I was born in Brockton, Massachusetts. So there's a Raider club out there. They're cool people, but I'm going to be out there because I'm going to talk so much shit to them bastards.
Hell yeah.
But I know they're doing the Atlanta game, and I'm hoping I can get the Atlanta game. And I know Four Brothers, our neighbor tailgate, they're doing the huge. It's going to be huge. And then the next week I'm definitely doing the New York game. Last year in New York, homies out there hooked us up. We were at the Apollo on stage. Backstage, it was off the hook, like real Raider fan shit, homie shit. Like we went to the choker stairs at night, loaded, kicking it, like we're in underground cigar clubs and shit, and like just real shit. So we want to do real shit. But
I want to do. This is how I'm gonna do it. I want to do the home opener in Vegas, and then whatever other games I go to, I want to go out like on the road.
Yeah.
We're
gonna do Atlanta.
That's what I'm thinking.
New York, and they're back to back, so we're gonna try to stay on the East Coast.
Yeah. It's just however they, it's really gonna wait till the season starts and then see if we can.
It's so hard to tell.
If we can even go, you feel me? Especially with New York, like all the shit they're going through.
Yeah.
New York's a lot better now. New York's better than the rest of the country by far now.
Okay, they straightened it up.
That's in December, so there's some time.
Yeah, luckily they're kind of late. I mean, it sucks because it'd be really cold, but
the fucked up part about this shit is it might go away, but this is what everyone should really be scared of. That they could just lock us down at any second, any moment. This is gonna happen again. It's gonna happen again where they shut everything down, lock everybody back in the house, and that's what everyone should be planning for next time to not be in the city. You feel me? Like get your property out the way. And, because it's fucking difficult to like. I ain't been working since March. You feel me? So to try to live normal and still do normal shit.
And I'm concerned. I mean, I'm mostly concerned about being in another state and something happening and not being able to get back.
Yeah.
You know, because they won't let you back on the plane for whatever reason or something like that. You know, I think that's a concern.
That happened to.
I'm still planning on going, but you know, if anything happens, I'd rather it happen here.
That shit's actually happened to a couple people that we knew. You feel me? Like they were out of the country when the shit happened,
and
they had to wait a while
one of our coworkers still ain't back.
It still ain't back.
Still ain't back. One of our coworkers has been out for like 4.5 months.
God damn. That's crazy. See, that's the scary part. That's what motherfuckers really should be scared about.
So when we travel, rent a car. Anything happens,
yeah,
don't need it while you're there. Just rent the car.
We gonna have to get an RV for all of us.
Right. Shit, that's actually kind of cool. An RV is kind of cool.
Oh,
A couple of them have been like, we need to buy an RV. Like, for years now. Not just because of this, but for years.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we can just go.
Someone needs to buy an RV and just park it in Vegas. So every time we go, we just have access to it.
Just party in that motherfucker.
Just have it out there so we can.
But regardless, we will be there. Home opener.
Nice.
For Vegas. Oh God, oh my God, home opener. Did I just
home
say
opener
that?
in Vegas. That shit just sounds
That
horrible.
did not even sound right.
All
right.
Well, thank you guys very much. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is another episode that come up, and y'all have a good one. Yee!